All right, you guys. Jade Cline has spoken. Is this everyone? Is this everyone in this fight? It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. We have been covering this drama at the Teen Mom to Young and Pregnant combined reunions in New York that happened. It was Ashley versus everyone. Ashley versus the world. And it all started with her and Jade when they were on stage together, and apparently escalated to Ashley going after everyone, apparently. Allegedly. Okay? Everyone's talked, except for Jade. Jade could not be outdone, so what did she do? Jade sold her story to Champion Daily and shared a link in bio. Of course! Why else would you not? Why would you not sell this to the tabloids, right? So here's what she wrote on Instagram. I've given my statements and what specifically went down this weekend at the reunion to one place and one place only. This is the truth, so forget any other BS you're hearing in the rumor mill. There's a clear takeaway that Ashley came ready to go at me and has an issue with me, and I don't give an F about her. Jealousy's a bitch, and let's be clear, she came on my show's reunion now to start some shit F off Ashley and F off Ashley and stay in your lane. And by the way, I'm not getting money for you clicking on the link. Yeah, right. I gave my statements so that the truth would get out there, and it's a way too much shit to share here. And it includes some messages. I believe Ashley had her friend try to text me and call me to threaten me. You can't hide from the truth, so here I am posting it and sharing it, and that's that. So what was in this article? Well, it was a 31 million page click to the next article, click to the next place, click to the next art, and with like ads for days. So what did I do? I read it all for you, and I'm going to just read what she said to you, and you can save yourself from having to actually deal with this. So with the article, because it's a mess. It's like 13 pages of ads. So this is what she told Champion Daily. Ashley has had an issue with me for a while for no reason. Everyone kept seeing her subtweet me constantly, but I never paid any attention to it. We were on stage together, and all of a sudden she started trying to make up lies like she's on Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant because she likes it. She was basically trying to say they asked her to be on Teen Mom too, but then goes back and said she didn't. I was so confused because if you gave me the spot, why are you mad? So basically what she's apparently referring to is that Ashley was insisting that Jade is insisting that she's jealous of her because MTV did not ask her, and that Ashley has apparently been subtweeting her related to these allegations that Ashley gave up a spot on Teen Mom 2 to remain on Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant, which was actually canceled, and at that point not necessarily proven that it would be back. Makes sense? No. So Jade goes on to say, it was verified through all the executives that no one offered Ashley anything, and I guess that shit hurt her feelings. When she started with her shit, I hopped up out of my seat because it's bullshit. Can these girls not talk without cursing? She starts shit when there's 20 security guards around. She had my number. She could have texted me before, but of course she didn't. And all that meet me at the M&M store is BS because security was with her and us all night, so nothing could happen. She did this shit to look hard online. That actually doesn't surprise me. I've heard that story consistently now, that there was security with them. I've heard that from people that were there as well. And Jade says, what was really dumb... Hold on a second. She says, what was really dumb, though, was she sat on stage yelling after I left, saying I talked crap about the other girls, which they knew was BS because me and Ashley never effed with each other like I did Kayla and Brianna. Ashley also went online and said that we took our shoes off and tried to jump her, which wasn't even the case. Her and Kayla got into it long after I left the stage, and I never took my shoes off at all. Then she went on to say that I was only on stage for a few minutes. All the BS popped off, and Kale Lowry was like, Jade, come on, don't fight on camera. But after I left set, they were removing my mic, and all I seen on the screen was Ashley jump in Kayla's face while she was sitting down and starting. Well, Jade said this about you, and Jade said that, which everything she was saying was completely made up. And Kayla and Brianna told me they already knew it was BS. She just wanted to try to turn people against me. She was mad when she started the drama that Kayla said on stage, Ashley, is this what we're doing seriously? Because no one wanted it to be a big fight on stage. None of us wanted to deal with that. She goes on to say, I was only on, and she says, I know a lot happened after I left with her and Kayla, and Ashley said something about her kids, and that's why Kayla took off her shoes. Kayla never got into it with her over me. Ashley started talking crap to her about her family and crap, and that's where it started from. And she said, I didn't see anything through, though, because I was already on my way back to the hotel. Jade continued, most of what Ashley says is a lie. She went online and said she helped my family and sent them money, which is bull crap. Prove it. Send me the effing receipts. That's what I am waiting on. End of story. Where's the proof? She tried to say that I asked her where drugs were and I left her with my kid in New York. Which is total BS because I never F with her in the first place like that. So where is the proof? That's what I'm waiting. End of story. Okay, first of all, she doesn't deny about the drugs, just that she doesn't F with Ashley related to the drugs. And if you remember, she did post a photo on Instagram last year of her with a line of white powder next to her. I have a feeling that drugs are a factor for a lot of these girls. She said, Ashley looks like a psycho fool. When people see the reunion, they will be shocked. What was really BS was she gave my number to one of her friends to sit and harass me and tell me to come outside when she wasn't even there. She thought by giving my number to someone else and having them text for her, she was not going to come back. It wasn't going to come back to her. So she shared these, which says, where you at, sis? Come outside, ho. Come outside, ho. And then that person posted those on Instagram and tagged Ashley and her sister and said she won't come outside. She says, Ashley looks, okay. Sorry. These messages are such a mess. I'm like, okay, so she's mad that she's jealous. She's starting crap to get people to turn against Jade. She wants Jade's spot on Teen Mom 2. She didn't really want to be on Teen Mom 2. She let Jade have that spot. She's talking about Kayla's kids. She didn't get into it with Jade. She got into Kayla's face. Kayla didn't get into her face. The more I'm hearing of this, the messier this gets. And I'm just like, are we 12? She then says, Jade also shared a screenshot above where she claims that the person who texted her, while tagging her sister online, she won't come outside. There were text messages from my phone directly. And this person FaceTimed me and called me over 20 times that night and would never actually answer, and we never actually answered. She also claimed that she was in the lobby at Jade's hotel, which she said wasn't true. She says that if you look at the photos, she was actually in the hotel lobby of the Westin, and she said, I was at the Dream Hotel and the pics were in the Westin, knowing damn well that we weren't there because she's seen us all on social media together at any hotel. Of course Ashley would make all of this crap up, right? She's the same girl that punched herself or slapped herself in the face and then accused Barr of domestic violence. This is just ridiculously messy. So basically Ashley's doing all of this she's angry, she's frustrated, she's jealous, according to Jade. She wrapped up by saying, everyone has already reported her and her actions to the network, but honestly, I don't know if MTV is going to do anything about it. We will see. When people see the reunion, they will be shook. All the energy and anger and hate from Ashley just comes out of nowhere. And I think her pride was just hurt, and she wasn't the one who was chosen to move on to Teen Mom 2. She's very bothered by the fact that I'm on it. For some reason, she has always had something against me. And that day, she just blew up out of nowhere. She said, yeah, so that's everything. Now, I had someone that was in the audience, and I will say that what my source that was in the audience said, based on what happened, actually matches more closely to what Jade is saying in terms of how it all played out. That Ashley kind of just started going at everyone out of nowhere. She started bringing up things that were like completely out of place, talking about people's kids, going at people's families. When somebody in the audience told her not to bring up kids, she yelled at that person in the audience, according to my source. And she was just like really out of control. My source that was in the audience said that everyone was sort of like shocked. Producers were like, couldn't believe how she was acting. They were telling her that she needed help. And part of me now is like, is this all dramatics for attention? This is the same girl that went online like a year ago and slapped herself in the face and then had a mark on her face and said that Barr had hit her without knowing that she had uploaded the part where she slapped herself in the face, and then she cut that part out and then only had the mark on her face and said that Barr hit her. Something's clearly wrong with Ashley, whether it's, and by the way, like this language that they're all using is just atrocious to me. Speak without swearing, please, girls. I'm just, and not only that, but why does all of this have, like, okay, I get it, you're on a show, so why does it all have to play out like this? Like, if Ashley's jealous, why does Jade need to even say that? Like, Jade is basically speculating, which is only going to make Ashley even more mad. And I guarantee you that Ashley is going to deny that she's jealous. And by her speculating that she's jealous, it's going to make this whole fight even worse. I was going to see if Ashley's actually responded on Instagram. I hadn't had a chance to look yet. Nope, she hadn't responded. So she hasn't said anything about Jade's comments, but you know it's going to happen. I will say that jealousy is an ugly shade of green. And if she has been subtweeting and saying that, you know, Jade, they offered it to her and she just let Jade have it, or she wanted to be on Teen Mom 2 and she didn't like that Jade got picked, whatever, who knows? Like, if that's the truth, I mean, jealousy can make us do some really crazy things. Maybe she thought she wasn't getting the attention that she wanted. I was speaking to someone yesterday who said that her blow up at the reunion was almost premeditated on her part. Again, rumor, don't know. Shen, Barr's mom, will be coming on tomorrow to share her insight, but I've been told that through multiple people that there's also some issues with drugs that go beyond marijuana that have played an active role in the relationship between Barr and Ashley. And that is something that Shen is going to speak about tomorrow, and just how much drug involvement there's been, how it's torn apart the relationship, how it's caused a lot of this erratic behavior, how they've been to the ER a bajillion times, they've had overdoses, all that kind of good stuff. I would say that her reaction on social media was either her trying to act hard, her on something that kept her up all night, but it did definitely seem like an act, because everyone I've spoken to that was actually there said that they couldn't get close to each other because security were there to prevent that from happening. So by her going out to the outside to try to get people, it's all for show, it's all for attention, and Ashley might want the attention that Jade has, but this sort of behavior on all of their parts is so inappropriate. Even if Ashley's acting irrational, and saying crap, like, why does Jade need to immediately step up and like go to anger and like want to fight? Right? Like, people say crappy things all the time, ladies. People call me a drug addict. People call me a terrible mom. People think I'm abusing my son. You know what? I don't want to fight any of them. I just feel bad for people that have those opinions about me. And if you are that jealous, then just move on. It's not worth it to have these sort of fights. I mean, sure, you're making like commentary for me, which thank you for all the views this weekend. I haven't had to talk about Amber Portwood and be obsessed with her, because she thinks I am. So I guess thanks, but at the same time, this behavior is so unbecoming and so gross. And like, I don't know. I know that this is going to make Ashley even more mad. She could have just said what happened without adding fuel to the fire and speculation. So that's all I have to say about that. I am totally actually kind of believing Jade that this could be rooted in jealousy. I'm totally actually still thinking there was drugs involved on somebody's part. My belief, my opinion. But I don't know. And we'll talk to Shen tomorrow and see what she has to say. Shen has also had her own struggles with drugs and alcohol. She's had her own issues. She has a son that's currently incarcerated for murder. So, there's a lot on Shen's plate. She's trying to get her son out of prison. She's got Bar, who's not doing very good right now. She's dealing with Ashley. She's got a lot. So we'll just have to see what happens. And I'm sure by Shen speaking out tomorrow, that will probably make Ashley even more agitated. But I'm of the belief that if it's one person against everyone, the problem isn't everyone. It's the one person. And if one person is starting crap with every single person, that one person needs to think about why they're starting crap with everybody. And maybe that one person needs to find help and resources to maybe help make them not want to smoke blunts or do whatever else they're doing when they're at home, and focus on their careers. Someone also said to me, and this is very concerning to me, is that Ashley is studying to be a nurse. If she wants to have a serious career in the healthcare field, this type of behavior is not gonna fly. She could popping off, being violent, she will never get a job as a nurse if this is in her history. All an employer would have to do is Google her name and they will see tons of threats by people. She will never be able to work with patients if she continues this types of behavior. I would never trust Ashley to take care of someone if this is how they're going to act every time they're agitated. Nursing is a high stress industry. These nurses work 12-hour shifts, sometimes longer with the nursing shortage. How are you going to handle real stress in the real world if petty crap and jealousy makes you want to beat people up? Please get help, Ashley, if this is true. All right, you guys, I will be back later.